Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching.
There's mosquitoes the size of bald eagles in that dadgum swamp.
Oh, there he is. What's going on, everybody? What the hell is going on? Another crazy day. What's going on? Pretty wild day. You have what was it? Oh yeah. So Biden withdrew, and now they don't. None of them really want Kamala to be in there, but they'll pretend that they do, and then they'll get somebody else. Pretty crazy. Oh well. It is what it is. Like I said, they'll do anything it takes to win an election. Didn't I tell you that already? Doesn't matter. Yeah. Fun times. Anyways, we got some updates on a couple of cases here. Alison Chow and Caleb Harris. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yep. Hello from just about 60 miles outside of Seattle. That's okay. Hey everybody, I want to let you know what I'm cooking tonight. Yeah, when Joe finds out he quit. Yeah, because all it is a written document. Something written. How do we know he wrote it? You know? Like, why doesn't he come out and speak to people? She doesn't have any support. They're pretending they support her. They know how shitty she would be. I mean, she was in charge of the border this whole time. Do you think that's something, a good selling point? It's a catastrophe. And, you know, I don't know if you know this, but on the previous election, when she was debating against Biden, she got 0 delegates. She was the worst candidate out of every single one up there. Had no support at all. And he picked her for sort of, political reasons. Had no, no skill or anything like that at all. Just terrible, horrible. I was thinking maybe, I could see them trying to sneak in Michelle Obama, harken back those great memories they had, and, Obama didn't endorse Kamala, so I could see him trying to sneak her in there. It is in Chicago, the convention, so we'll see. No, they actually called back, and they people started saying, "Hey, we'll donate again." I think on the notion that it was going to be an open convention, but if it's going to be anointed to Kamala, I think they would again start not donating. But I heard Joe Manchin's trying to get back in there. What the hell's going on? I can't stand when I just keep getting messages after message after message when I'm just trying to do a show. Owns a place on. Didn't realize how absolutely in-depth. Crazy. What do you mean? We went over the entire thing on how crazy it was a long time ago, Mark. I mean, literally every single detail in the case we've gone over multiple times. So I'm not sure how you missed it over here. Let's see. Being absent. Well, here's the thing: he's already deemed himself incompetent to be president. So who's going to be running? Why doesn't he just resign? Because then other leaders, the bad actors out there, know that now we have a person running the government who can't do it. So that makes me a little nervous. Let's see. Where did that go? Oh, there's the path tracker. So now there's more of a path on the on Alison Chow here. Because remember yesterday we had her kind of turning up into here and then went up this direction. But now it comes around the corner and is right over here. This is the last sighting of her, right at this intersection. And apparently there's a big park over here, kind of up in there. And, where did she go? Did she go up this road over here? And by the way, you guys, I'm doing this show, and if you're out there and you can help support the channel, that'd be great. We're currently at 0. She said she filmed the drive and was going to send it, but I lost. She hasn't contacted me back, and I don't know. I mean, she apparently did film it, but I don't know what she's doing. I don't know what happened. I mean, she filmed it. She was apparently out there. You said to stop searches? Where did they, when you say they said to stop searches, who's they and where is that and what are you talking about? Thank you, Amber Maiden. Yeah, so here's you actually have the shots in here. See that right there? So that's that final one at that intersection right down here. That's the last one that they, that's out there. You can actually see it. See that little curve right there? See that? It's exactly the same thing. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a curve. So she's just about to make that turn. I'm not sure what that is. Looks like they have a fence or something over there now. But hey, thank you, WNC Granny. And Amber Maiden. I don't know if they've ever found a bike, but why would they say... Okay, hold on. Oh, and you get the membership to Swar Wheel. No, but hey, Mark, didn't you watch when we covered that? We went over all those documents. It's crazy. A lot of weird stuff in there.
Ocean wave, ocean wave.
So it's just such a crazy drive. I mean, the distance to this spot right here is no, let's
Hi
see.
everyone.
So almost 7 miles that she pedaled, and it's so weird because every time she's pedaling around, it looks the same. I mean, she looks exactly the same. It's almost like she's just kind of pedaling. I think she's absolutely intentionally going wherever she's going. That's what I think. And I've said that. It just, that's what it feels like. So there's that last one, but let's go take a look at some of these other ones. There's 3 different shots right in this little section here. So here's one. And, let me take that off the screen. Right there, look. There she is. And it's uphill. See? Can you see that? Got that one. Then I just shut that down. This is crazy. Let me see if all these different photographs here. Oh yeah, so look at, there she is right there, just a little capture of her right there. And then apparently there she is by somebody driving with their dash camera. She's right there. I mean, this is almost kind of weird, like sort of creepy-ish, Circa then, around that time. And then here's another image. There she is way in the distance over there. So she's driving on the other side. And then there's another one right past that. Now there she is. That's a really close shot there. Look at that. And there she goes. Just pedaling away with her mask on, helmet, and a backpack. And that one doesn't seem to have a picture associated with it. Neither does that one. And how about this one? Okay, there's one. She's right there. Really small, but on a bike. And there's this one. Isn't this weird? I mean, this is how they should be doing it in every missing person case, though. Whatever this turns out to be, we need to. This is it right here, though. This is how it should be done. Then people can really try to, narrow things down and track. And there she is driving up the hill there. That means it's on the left-hand side of the road. And then there it is again, just slightly up the street more, a little bit more, driving this direction. That one doesn't have a picture. And here's that one. Isn't this just weird? Like, it's just, she looks exactly the same in every single picture, driving, or, you know, riding her bike. And then this one. So that's after she went up here, took a left on Hill Drive, then down like Lomanitas Drive, and that's the last one. All right, let me see what this says. Someone posted that the father owns a place up near South Pasadena. There was a custody battle, and the girl is fighting with her mom and grandma. God, there you go. See, this is what I was, you know, we were all wondering about the dad. Okay, hold on. Cops told folks to stop their search. Likely, they figured out what is going on. Alison may have just ran away and is hiding. Well, what do you mean hiding? She's probably, her dad, I think, would know where she would be. She purposefully left her phone. Yep, there you go. So she didn't have a phone because she left it intentionally. Hope this is the case and not anything worse. So right now it's sort of sounding like what we've been thinking the whole time. Although I will say I did find this was pretty interesting. On that bike ride right here, this is a sexual predator and that's a sexual predator right when she's driving up that last part there. And this one here is not that one. This one right here is one against children under the age of 13. So this guy right here, definitely, you know, if it wasn't something related to the family, I just happened to look him up, and it's pretty weird that there's two of them right on that one last bit of a route that goes around like that. I don't know, just somebody typed it, this person that's been following it since the beginning gave me that. But let's see, she said it was on Instagram, so let me see. Hold on. And thank you, Katya T. Appreciate it. I'm just seeing where they got that information. Apparently there's like an Instagram area here. Maybe we could take a look at this. Okay, right here. See, this is their official, you know, Instagram. We want to provide a brief update to the community. Alison remains missing. We do not know what has happened to her, and we do not know where she is currently located. However, we have been requested by law enforcement authorities to temporarily suspend our searches while they carry out their investigation based upon information already received. We believe the police are doing everything they can to find Alison, and we want to support their efforts. Please feel free to continue to send us tips or any videos that you may have of Alison from around 6:23 on July 16th, 2024 to that date. We will continue to review them and provide them to the police. We sincerely appreciate the community's willingness to help. All right, then it seemed like it was down here. We are deeply grateful for the community, their incredible support and assistance in our efforts to find Alison. The volume of information we've received has been overwhelming and continues to flow into our inbox. At this time, we are pausing the organization of further search parties until we can thoroughly review and organize all the information. This will allow us to make informed decisions on the next steps. We will and have been providing all the information we receive to the police to aid in their efforts. Rest assured, We we are diligently reviewing everything, or every inquiry that comes in, and we'll keep you updated as soon as we have more plans in place. Thank you for your continued vigilance and support. Interesting. So I don't know where this person got this, but well, hold on, let me go up to the top there. Family, and I hope she's found safe. I'm proud to be part of Alison. Please come home. 20 hours ago. But let me just read what this person wrote again. Someone posted, so, take that with a grain of salt, but that does sound kind of, they are separated. Obviously they don't live together, so maybe there is something to it. And you notice he hasn't said a word, even though she left from his house, right? Someone posted that the father owns a place up near South Pasadena. Let's see where that is. Yeah, well, that's more up in this area, isn't it? So, but she came down here, so where was she going to run into him? Or let's say... I'm gonna go check something really quick on Ben Verified really fast. Okay, so he does live there. There's 3 addresses in here. Let's see this one. Yeah, that's old. Oh, Jesus. Wait, was that really? Wow. Okay, well, that's one of his that's his old address. That's insane. That's exactly where you would drive. Look at this. I mean, that's incredible right there. Hold on, or I'll show you this. Man, that means he would have known this area. He had this address, it was listed in 2005, but look at this. Hey, thank you, Mark. Yes. Which diagrams? Mark? You mean like the 3D animation? Hey, look at this though, you guys. Watch this. Look how crazy this is. This is where she's last seen right here. Now check it out. Let's say she goes on the side of the road right here and just drives around this arc. And then just right there, like staying on the road, you turn into this apartment complex and you're right at where he lived at one point. I mean, that's pretty crazy. I mean, that is like, look at this. Like, this is where his house is. And then she takes this bike ride all the way up here, goes all the way around to this wild driving area. And I think, I guess, there's other ways she could have gone there, I guess. But she drives right up like this, comes around, and then you're almost right at that, where the dad used to live right there. That's wild. I mean, that is like, from this location, you would just stay on that road, come around this curve, and I mean, not even, so, I mean, just look at that. From right there, just go like this, straight around, come around, and then just turn into this apartment complex, and that's where he used to live. At least he still has an address listed there. It says date seen October 2005. Now, I don't know, does that mean he has a friend that still lives in those apartments? Or, or what are these anyways? Maybe these are condos, But that's definitely interesting, for sure. All right. Now there was the ant. The ant doesn't live anywhere near there. Man, that just kind of makes sense now to me. I mean, you're even heading right towards it, right? And you just go around the curve and boom. I guess what we could do is, let me just go from there, just have it go around. We can get pretty much the distance. I wouldn't call it another Carly Russell, because this girl isn't pretending. You know, she's not like Carly Russell. It was a complete scam the whole time. Nowhere near the same. This is a girl that ran away like a lot of girls ran away. I mean, I was supposed to go right there. So it was almost 7 miles before, and now the total is 7. I mean, from the location she was last at, it's something like 0.5 miles. So it's really close. So I find that interesting. How about you? I mean, what do you guys think of that? Doesn't that mean something? From right here, and all she had to go is to here to be where he used to live. So it's, I don't know, is there somebody still living in these condos that he's friends with in that same unit even, perhaps? Or maybe he owned it and was renting it out? You know? Let me see what this one is. Yeah, so the other address, there's only 3 addresses this guy has in there. One of them is right there. That's probably a workplace. So that's not even close, but that's it's near where her mother lived. And then he lives right there currently, but she takes this bike ride in the middle of nowhere and ends up a half mile, the last sighting, from where he used to live. Come on. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. That person said, let me see. All right, here's the, I'll save it out. By the way, for those Democrats in here, are you pumped about having Kamala? I just want to know. I can't imagine. I think they're going to find a way to get her out of there, in my opinion. One. Yeah, well, you know, so that means no matter what they pick on their side, if it's not one of those, you'll vote for them. Let's see. All right, so here's a comment, I guess. Let's see what this means. So another person said, someone posted that the father owns a place up near South Pasadena. There was a custody battle and the girl is fighting with her mom and grandma. Cops told folks to stop their search. Likely they figured out what is going on. Alison may have just ran away and is hiding. I doubt they said, oh, we need to quit searching, let's regroup. That doesn't even make sense. I think this is more likely to be true. Something like this, where they said, hey, you guys don't need to keep looking. I think we know what's going on here. She purposefully left her phone. I hope this is the case and not anything worse. Poor baby nonetheless. God comfort Alison. We all love you mean love you, girl, not love. Not even going to read that sentence. Posted that the father owns a place up near Pasadena. There was a custody battle and the girl is fighting with her mom and grandma. Cops told... So wouldn't she just leave to be with him then? Alison may have just ran away and is hiding. I don't think so. I think if there's anything... Like, my opinion would be, if she ran away, it's not really a ran away. She went somewhere. Specifically. And if this is a true story, then likely would be running away to be with her father, right? Thank you, Jessica. Looks like she took a right too soon. What do you mean? Yeah, I mean, she could have taken this right and gone uphill, but, maybe this is the way that made sense to her, She could have gone this way and then uphill, but went up this more peaceful street, and then you get a downhill ride. She could have taken a left right here, too, and then just rode up like that. But maybe that's just the way she knew how to get there. Hey, Michelle H., 12 months. I didn't see what was the reply by Mark. I like the layout of the Pennsylvania parade. Oh, it's Google Earth and wait, hold on, I gotta read this. Well, 8675309 drove out there and filmed it. We're just kind of waiting for her. She was uploading it, and then I got to download it. And yeah, Court TV wanted to know if I wanted to be on for Corey Richins, and I was thinking, man, I haven't covered that case for a long time. Corey Richins. Yeah. I think that's the one that killed her husband. And isn't she the one that wrote the book or something? Or yeah. I think it is, right? Yeah, that's right. Are You With Me by Corey Richins. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why is a big case coming up now, though? Doesn't seem like there's been anything on it. What do you mean there's a place associated with him? Yeah, no, we've got all the locations. The Marisol is, I think it's right here. See, this is via Marisol right here, right? But on via, so you stay on via Marisol and you come right off. So that's probably it. Is that where you heard that? Because I actually just got the address and it's right there. I mean, it's just absolutely like likely how you might even go there. Perhaps she even went up here to throw people off and then back down this way. I mean, who the hell knows? But given the fact that that's only like less than a half mile from where she's last seen, and it's completely out of the way, the fact that she's right there and heading towards that house that he used to live at least, that just has to mean something. Hey, thank you so much. NP! Chewbacca! I'll be Chewbacca if you want me to.
Hey, Gray, that was pretty good.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Why do you sound like me?
Well, because I'm trying to make, I'm trying to sound like you.
Chewbacca?
Wait, hold on. Chewbacca?
I'll be Chewbacca if you want me to.
Hey, that was pretty good. Pretty good. If she wasn't allowed to have a phone, then that seems one good reason towards running away. But apparently she just left her phone at home on purpose, so she couldn't be tracked. I guess she didn't realize, much like Stefan Stearns, that there's 19 million cameras just out there on the roads. I mean, they did an amazing job canvassing, tracking, finding surveillance footage. I mean, it's really pretty unbelievable. This is how it should be done in every single case that's out there. Have a website just like that with updates and images, and that is how you'll get people to stay interested. What a way to come in hearing Chewbacca. Yeah. Man, it's good stuff. Yeah, a lot of cameras out there. So just think, she drove all the way from here. I mean, I just want you to think about odds-wise, okay? So from right way down here, she pedals all the way up here like this. Turns left on Main Street. And then apparently right in this area you have to stay to the left on Main, on West Main going this way, and then veer off. And then she goes way down here, just pedaling away, takes a right on Collis Avenue, goes way up here, uphill the entire way, takes a left, comes down here, and she's right there. And guess what? Her dad once lived right there. There's got to be a connection somehow, some way, to some person that lives somewhere. Here's what I'd think. That a friend, this is just a speculation, okay? That there's a friend of the dad that lives in this general area right here, and they were willing to help the dad out with what's going on because they believe whatever story it is that, the dad's telling that person. What do you think of that? I just shared my thoughts. I just gave it to you. Wondering who lives there now. Yeah, I don't know, but there you go. I mean, I guess I could look that up. Hold on. Property. Hold on. Wow, a lot of different people lived in, well, it's unit number, jeez, now I don't have it. Okay, 713. Yeah, tons of names in this. What's his name? Wait, hold on a second. What's the dad's name? This is crazy. Jeffrey Chow. Well, guess what? There's a guy named in the same unit right now, a person named James Chow. I mean, come on. All right? I mean, I know things are coincidental out there, but that's not really necessarily coincidental. I mean, that's pretty strange, right? Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I mean, we don't know if that's what the story is, but I'm just saying, wow, another person with the last name Chow in the same address? That's weird. And you go, come on, you guys. That's absolutely super chat worthy, don't you think? Putting those kind of pieces together like that. Might not be anything, but currently it looks good, doesn't it? Is that like her uncle that lives there? Perhaps. Exactly. Maybe she's been to that uncle's house multiple times. Yeah, something like that. Uncle, grandpa. Who knows? Over 270 in chat and 145 likes. Yeah, hit that like button. That's pretty crazy though, isn't it? That a person living in the exact unit currently has the same last name as him. It's hard to call that a coincidence. Right? I wonder if they were starting to put those pieces together when they saw that she took a left and was right. I mean, if you notice, they quit searching right after it went this direction. Because they know right after that, you could either take a left or a right, but a left puts you right at that apartment right here. And I meant to say lived there. That should be, well, now we're going to lived here. Man with same last name there now. There we go. There it is. Look at WB thought it was worth a while, right? Look at that. Here's your peanut, they said. Any other peanuts out there for good old Gray Hughes on Gray Hughes Investigates? It was interesting though earlier because I was looking and there's a sex offender that lived right there, as you know, right here, and she pedals right up that street. This one actually assaulted a kid. So
Chewbacca?
that was interesting, but then she makes it up here and then down and then that's it.
Here's your peanut. Smiley face.
I mean, the fact that they stop searching right when it looks like you're heading towards that house probably means something. And Dad didn't agree with Mom's decision to send her to a mental health facility. Right, exactly. It's so weird watching each video of the bike looks exactly the same. I mean, like there's nothing, just looking forward, slowly pedaling with the backpack. Yeah. I should have looked that up yesterday. Although we didn't have this yesterday. We were right here yesterday. Although, I mean, if I had seen that and she was right there, that would have been crazy. It would have been... And then later we have it where she comes up and then down and then around the corner, so... Jeffrey, I just figured... I don't know if you just got here, Zozo, but I just kind of put something together here. You probably missed it. The guy that lives in this house right here, his last name is Chow also. Okay, so I mean the odds of that not being related now that we know that is pretty low. Thanks, Michelle H. Trying for a wave on here. Yes, this is Gray Hughes Investigates. There is no ad revenue on these shows, so if you feel like I do a good job and want to help support the channel, you are it. Thank you. I don't know where you want to know if there's any other cases near the spot. I just went through a whole thing that makes it seem very likely that it's not some abduction or anything. Okay, I don't think she just ran away. Well, here's Zozo. Did you see this part here? Yeah, I already told her it was Jeffrey Chow a long time ago. So when you're coming down right here, just pay attention just for a minute so you'll have this. So remember I found the spot over here where the dad used to live, but currently living in that same house is somebody else, another male with the last name of Chow. Okay, so then when you see that, it just feels like that is where you're going. So this is a relative. It might not be this. It just seems to make sense. Yeah. And so that entire huge bike ride just randomly ends up like right here, 0.4 miles from a house his dad used to live at, and now there's still another person there with the same last name. That's what I was wondering earlier, so I decided to look up the property address, and lo and behold, there you go. Yeah, and I don't know, yeah, that thing that we were reading, did you hear that other thing? Let me read this to you really fast. Somebody commented and said, someone posted that the father owns a place up near South Pasadena. I think that's what we just found right there. There was a custody battle, and the girl is fighting with her mom and grandma. Cops told folks to stop their search. Likely they figured out what is going on. Alison may have just ran away and is hiding. I doubt that doesn't make any sense. She purposely left her phone at home. I hope this is the case, not anything worse. I think it's very likely now that she's, obviously we've all thought, most of us did anyways, that she just absolutely was intentionally went where she was going. She seemed to actually have a direction. I mean, look at this route here. It's not randomly through streets. It's just straight up to Main Street, and then Main all the way to Collis here, and drive on Collis up to, what the hell's the name of that one? Right up here to South Avenue 60, also has a different name, Hill Drive, and then take a left on Lomitas Drive, and then right after you do that, you're on Via Marisol. This is the last known image of her right here, and then you get right on that road. You come around just like this on the bike, and then take that left right there, and boom, you're right into the complex where the dad apparently, I wouldn't be surprised if these are condos and he rented it to somebody else, or just allowed somebody to live there. Maybe they paid taxes, maybe he already owned it, I don't know. But so there you go. I don't know, what does it matter? It doesn't say his middle name. It just says there's a guy named James living at that residence, and there it is, What'd they say? Living in South Pasadena. Because the guy named, there's a 38-year-old. That's Texas, though. So that's not even, maybe Los Angeles. Or another one in Los Angeles. 42 might be right. He's 40. So maybe he has a brother that's 2 years older. Let's see if I get the right address here. No. There's a 38-year-old one, but now it says Austin, Texas, but I don't know. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where that one is. I can't find that person, but I think it's pretty interesting that you... there's another one, 42, 42, and there's an older one. I wish they put the address right there, right at the top, you could see it. Wow, that person, this one used to live right near me at one point in 2008. Let's see. Yeah, it's not, I can't find, like, back engineer the name because there's so many of them. But, you know, I think the fact that there's another Chow living in the exact same apartment or condo likely means something, don't you think? Did you find anything, Plato? Yeah, I'm going to do the hearing. I think I'll do the hearing on here tomorrow because it's, you know, it's not really a political thing. It's just trying to figure out what the hell happened. It's at 7 in the morning, right? Hopefully I can play it somehow. Right, we heard about that. Somebody sent me there was an attempted kidnapping somewhere, but I don't feel. I mean, I don't know what they're being told. What's the father saying? Is the father like, man, what's going on? You know, I guess it's technically possible on the way to somewhere. She got abducted, but I mean, come on. It's just another half mile around this curve. And guess what? There's likely 0 cameras. I mean, look at this turn right here. After you make this turn, there is nothing that's going to be filming you on this road. You know, these cameras are looking at their parking lots. There's nothing over here. Now it's a steep cliff going down that direction. Nothing over here is going to be filming the road. There's no reason that you would do that. I mean, possibly right there might have been something. But then you take a left and then you're just in there. But there would be no cameras, really. Yeah, no, we know. Yeah. We've been... She didn't mind biking up all the way up this hill either. From down here. Right down here it is 490 feet above sea level. And at the top here where she took the left, it is 633. So she went 143 feet uphill. And then right here is 592. So it actually went downhill a little bit. And then it went all the way downhill from here, 591 to 573. So good 18 feet downhill there. Then from this level, this is 574, 630, 678, 731, and then 748, and then just slightly uphill getting into there. So, you know, she went quite a bit uphill right there. We don't know what she was carrying. How would we know? I don't have... You guys, it's just so amazing. I don't know what she's got in her inside the backpack. I don't have x-ray vision. None of the cameras had x-ray vision either. Maybe somebody knows, but they're not telling us. They didn't give us that information. Have they located the bike? I don't think so. So that's another thing, like, wow, they must have put the bike inside the condo. But hey, if you're out there and you have the ability to help support my channel, maybe put a comment in a super chat so we can discuss what you want to talk about. That would be great. Oh, and thank you to Michelle on Cash App. Very cool. Thank you very much for being one of the good guys. They wrote. See, you guys, I'm one of the good guys, and yet the bad guys, they do better a lot of nights because they keep selling you garbage. Garbage sells. Apparently Alison Chow's family used to live near the last... I'm not sure why you're sending me that. I just discussed that myself. Let's see. Michelle, thank you. The bike would probably be on the cliff near those buildings. No, I think the bike is actually probably in the apartment, the condo right here. It's not on... They didn't throw the bike over the hill. You just pedal into here, put the bike inside, and call it a day, you know? If you see posters, follow them where many condos. What does that mean? If you see posters, follow them there were many condos. What? Man, I need a better sentence than that one. I think she's more likely just over at this person's house right here. This is where the dad used to live, and the person living in the house right now, his last name is Chow. The same name as the father. You don't think that that's just like really pretty simple? Like, she's right here, the last sighting, and you take a left, you come around, and you're right there. And they quit. Now there's no more updates after that was found, the sighting in that location. Maybe we could take a look at the... I mean, it could be something else, but man, I don't know now. I think it's... Ah, wow, what's this one? So it did go that way. I knew it. I actually came back here to see which direction did she go. We need to know the next step. Okay, so they're wondering which direction she went. Let's take a look at this picture, though. To me, it looks like she's going to be heading left. Do you see that? Just kind of that general angle that she's going. It's sort of veering off to the left there. You know, if she was going to take a right, you'd see more of the bike. What am I looking at, Ginger? Did you send a super chat? What was the last sighting by camera or person? See, it's 6:23. She's coming down here, but it looks like her bike is angled to go around to the left, not to take a right. Do you guys see that? I mean, look at it. If she was going to go to the right, you'd see way more of the front and back tire. I'm sure the police are still involved until she is determined to be safe. I'm sure they are, but apparently they told people to quit searching. I don't know. Hold on. Alright. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Alison. I think this is, what is this program? Cash App or Venmo or something? It's weird, it doesn't say. Oh, that's Venmo. Very cool. Oh, and then Monica on PayPal. Was it a rented building, though? I don't know. I don't think so. It looks, could be a condo. And even if it's though, the person living there has the last name of Chow. Do you think that's coincidental? I don't. But here's the thing, it could be. I just don't feel like that. You know, like you guys don't believe in ridiculous coincidences like that, do you? I mean, we were just looking at, see, here's how the development of this went tonight. I just randomly was looking up, somebody sent me an email too, saying, hey, he lived in an area, in that same area. Somebody said he lived in South Pasadena. So I went back and re-looked at it and found that he had an address right in this unit right here on Ben Verified. Right there. He used to live there in 2004, okay? 2005. So after that, I was thinking, geez, look at that. She's right there. And he used to live there. And then I thought, maybe he has a friend or something that still lives in the apartment. So then we looked up the apartment address on Ben Verified, and there's a person living in the house, that exact unit, maybe it's a condo, with the same last name. Okay, so that to me is pretty interesting. Okay, you didn't upload the video, you just sent me a video, or? I thought you were putting it on YouTube. Hold on, let me download it. Well, YouTube can upload any amount of time. I can upload 8-hour videos on YouTube. But I got it, I think so. Let me just download it. You sent an MOV file, right? Yanez Avenue. So we're going to get to watch the entire route by 8675309. Just waiting for the download to finish, I guess. Oh, there. Well, I guess one of them already is there. So apparently this is like right across the street. Yeah, like right. Let's just take a look really fast. So I'll go clear over here. Is it somewhere around in here? Like, are you right over there, or which? I don't know. I'm not sure where you're starting. So where are you starting? Is it a little bit further down the road, or is it up here? You didn't start at their house then, right? Yeah, I just downloaded it twice for some reason. Okay, so it's backwards. I was looking at that building down there. I was thinking maybe. Like way over here? Oh, in the hundreds. Okay. I was kind of looking at this one from a distance. There you go. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was actually looking at the other side. But. All right, so right in this area here is where it's starting. Pulling out. Are you holding your phone with your hand, or do you actually have like a holder for it? Because it's pretty stable. Yeah, yeah. Is the person sent the video? I don't know. Why do you care what the name of the person is, Lee? Jesus. My God. Yeah, so basically this will just go all the way. It'll go underneath a highway, and it'll kind of veer off to the right, go underneath it, and then come back out and be on 6th Avenue. So this is Yanez, or whatever the hell you want to call it. But hey, have you been following the show tonight? 8675309. It seems like it's pretty likely he's over there at some relative's house. That she's at a relative's house. It's not live, WB. God, people just come up with the most ridiculous things. It's just, hey, I'm knock on the door. All right, let's see. Keep going. Thanks, Johnny D. Wicked. Great analysis, Hughes. Well, thank you. Yep. So here's that veer off to the right situation, right? And then in a minute here, it's going to go underneath a highway. As you can tell, Jenny 8675309 is really like a very careful driver here. If it was me, this guy over here would dive over and hit the wall, because they'd think, what's going on? You know. All right, now it's going to curve to the left. Yeah, when we're looking from above. Here, let me get this on a different mode here so you can see it. Yeah, so it just did this portion where it went underneath, and then it's going to come back out and merge right now onto 6th Avenue. All right. And then after a little bit, it's going to go across a highway, and once it goes across the highway, like a main road, it actually goes underneath, it looks like, again. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It goes across the intersection. It'll kind of veer to the left, and that's still 6th Street. And not long after that is when she's spotted on a camera. No, this is perfect. This is how you want to do it, just like this. You mean it's not wide angle? I think it's fine like this. At least you did it landscape instead of freaking, like everybody does these days, doing upright, vertical. It's just stupid. I mean, it's unbelievable how many people film that way, and you miss about 60% of valuable information. But it's like, hey, everybody, I'm doing a selfie. Stupid. This is landscape right here. I mean, I know you do that for TikTok, and that's just how, that's their format, and YouTube Shorts are also vertical. But hey, thanks for doing this. This is exactly right. This is exactly right. This is how you do it, right here. Well, good. I'm glad it doesn't hold it like this. Is vertical, right? This is landscape, right? Or did you zoom in on your vertical video? Because you can do that too if you have high, like 4K. You can film in vertical and then just zoom in to fit the screen, and it would still look like it was wide angle. Maybe that's why it's a little bit blurry. Oh, you use landscape, okay. So just think, she's just pedaling around on this. So I kind of think we're still kind of here. I don't know if we've made that turn yet. I think it's coming up here. So it'll sort of curve to the left. I think this is it. Right here. And then yeah, and then down this road she's spotted by, I think it's coming up here. I think I passed it already. Let me go back a little bit. It's going around that curve. Yeah, it's kind of like a stucco looking house on the left. Yeah, maybe it's through this. I don't know. Maybe just through this light. There's like a brick fence with a white, spiky white fence on it. Yeah, I know I haven't turned on the main yet. I'm following it on my map. I'm looking at something else. I'm trying to show where her first sighting was. I mean, this, yeah. I mean, this is what I do, you know. Yeah, I know. It's not there yet. I'm just trying to find where she was sighted. I guess I was back there, but it didn't look the same. Yeah, so this is Main Street here. So I guess we missed it, that spot, but it takes a left and then it heads on up there. Hey, thanks, Bilbo, as in Bilbo Baggins, the legend. So this will be on here, just right there. So they just turned right there. Let's see. See? Same thing. Tattoo place. Take a left. And then it just kind of... And then I guess after this it sort of... I mean, that's what made everything kind of confusing, because it's like Main Street actually splits, and it's still called Main. Like it's... One's called West Main Street, and then they're both West Main Street, but they're split. But you can stay in the right-hand one and go to the right and go up on Huntington Drive North. But if you stay in the left-hand West Main Street, it'll actually make you go on the just Huntington Drive, so you can head down more south. But that's where we got kind of confused yesterday. That was just for 8675309 and Cindy. Okinawa. Okinawa. Yeah. So I think in a moment here it starts kind of veering off to the right. I think we're probably like right around in this area right now, and that's going to go like this. And then you have to decide to stay on the left-hand side or you're screwed. Like 8675309 was yesterday. Because I just said I didn't realize that the same damn street splits and has the same name on both sides. Who would think that? Yeah, she's just pedaling around, you know. She's just on a bike, you know. Like, just picture her. She's right there on the side of the road pedaling around, you know. She's literally seen her. Maybe we can do, let's see. I just paused the video. So let's see. Alison's path tracker. So currently we're sort of around in this general area. And that one didn't have a sighting. So this one did. Look how clear that sighting is right there, you guys. So that's just probably back a little bit. Let me see if I go back. See if you can see the checkered. All right, so this is when it's taking a kind of veering to the right a little bit. It should be okay. I think I should be able to see this one. Okay, and then it's going to pass. I think it passes something like 1, 2, 3, 3.5 blocks. So that was probably 1 here. And that's going to be 2. And then this one coming up is 3. Oh, I see a little checkered thing right there. That's probably it, though. There's a little checkered garbage can. And is there a building on the other side of the road? Yeah, that looks about right. So, but it's 3.5 blocks. Well, this one's actually at this intersection here. Pretty sure. But there's the checkered garbage can right there. So on this map, we just kind of pass right here. And then in a little bit, it'll start veering to the right again. All right. Hey, hey, do I still have that one? Jeez. Gotta have that. Hey, Allah, hey, Allah, oh, yeah. Actually, every once in a while, I want to go listen to that whole song again. That's actually not too bad, you know. If you just kind of want to zone out, you know, it's just. Yeah, it's not a bad song. Just the whole situation sucks. Oh yeah, is this where the weirdness is? Okay, now we're way up here then. Wait, when does it do the right like that? I don't see that on my... Oh yeah, no, this is it right here. Yeah, veer to the right, and then at some point coming up here, you have to stay to the left, even though both... Oh, I see. I get it. It's West Main Street East and then West Main Street South, but they're split, just like we're looking at here. So I guess, yeah, you have to stay in the left-hand lane and then turn left at a... So you're basically at a T instead of curving around to the right. Coming up here in a second. Alright, so right now we just came around this curve right here, right there. See, this isn't correct. You have to go up here and then take a left like that. So there's the problem right there. See, this is a channel where if you use common sense and logic, you can come up with something that has much more chance of being reality. It doesn't mean it's absolutely certain that that apartment or condo is where she is, but just given the information, it's the best sort of theory currently available. That she drove all that way and is right near a place where her dad used to live and perhaps still even owns the place. And there's a person living in there with the same last name as him. So, and her last sighting is less than a half mile from that condo. So you got to admit that's pretty crazy. I don't know. I'll show you. Have you seen it yet? 8675309 on the screen. After we do this drive, I'll show it to you. Yes, so this is exactly right. You have to get in that straight, take a left. I think when she first went, she probably veered to the right and went on, because I didn't really know that you had to do this. And then, you're heading down. This is what it looks like right now, just like this. Driving. And there's really no sightings until you get to Collis Avenue. And you guys, if you're out there and you want to help support the Gray Hughes Investigates YouTube channel, this channel does rely on the support from the viewers on a nightly basis. If you like what I'm doing, that'd be great. If not, it just is what it is. All right, here we go. Yeah, so in a little bit it's going to take a right and it'll be on Collis. And I think there's a sighting on Collis too. Right after, kind of not too long after it turns. Oh, and it's this one right here. See? It's amazing how many different little shots they've got of her. But man, just picture, she's on her bike riding on the side of the road over there. I'm not sure where she's riding her bike here. I mean, that might be a sidewalk off to the right there. It's hard to tell. Yeah, it's a 7-mile bike ride. That's how long it was. Oh, that wasn't it. I think I accidentally set the goal at a wrong number, but we're at 40%. No, she started earlier than that. Like 5:30 something. 5:32 she started her bike ride. Her last known sighting was at 6:23. So, I mean, 50 minutes later. With all the traffic, she probably doesn't pedal very fast. It must have looked really weird. Like there's this little girl pedaling really slowly on the side of the road. Yep, still been rush hour. So here's that turn. And then this, you kind of have to stay to the left. You stay on, or I guess to the right. It goes like this, and then you stay on Collis Road. Yeah, you stay just straight, basically. But there was a road that you could have accidentally turned on. So yeah, I think she stopped here, but this is... And let me see that turn again. I'm just going to watch this. Alright. Oh, well, there's a building right there. Take a right. And then right after you take a right, there's another road that goes off to the right coming up. Yeah, right there, but you don't do that one. I mean, she obviously she's driving the right way. I'm just saying there's a road there. Made it kind of confusing. Then yeah, then it curves around. See, it's right here, right there. And she pulled over. Then I'm assuming she takes off. I'll just fast forward it. What happened? Does it just skip somewhere? Oh, you turned around. So that's all you just go to there. Is that it? Was that the last spot you went to? Not sure. Oh, then you went back again? Okay. Now I gotta go watch it. We'll have to watch what it's doing. You must turn around and come back. Oh, I see. Is this when we were talking on the phone? And you said, "Oh, okay, I'll turn around." That's when this is, isn't it? Oh, so this is that other road. So that's this one over here, right there. She went up that one on Herring something or other. I think. And this might be like Edison right here. Oh. Now is this you going back to... Where are you right now? Is this Collis here now? Collis is more narrow than this, with big trees on both, I think, anyway. What's the name of this road right here? Oh, Collins and Paula. Oh. Let's see. Oh, so way... Oh, so you started way back down at that bottom area again. Okay. So I guess this is Collis. Here. So she was pedaling up this road right here and spotted multiple times. Yeah, here's all those trees I was talking about. And then eventually it makes it all the way to the top. It's uphill the whole way to Hill Drive, or it might be called South Avenue 60. I think it's Hill Drive though, and then it turns into South Avenue 60, meaning it becomes that. Yeah, we've already gone over all that, Katie. Here, let's just wait in a few minutes. I'll show you something. Thanks, Jen P. Well, they're not doing it for you, News Crasher. I can tell you that. But yeah, I'm sure 8675309 would do it anytime there was something anywhere near this area. Yeah. Yeah, so there's this long, straightaway here. No, I think it's this might be it right here. I can't tell though. Yep, there it is. So this is Hill Drive, right there, and then not too long after that, the vehicle would take a left on Lomitas, something like Lomitas Drive. Coming up here, a left. Seems like it would have already. It's coming up here, I think. Yeah, right here. That's weird how it goes downhill like that. You don't really see it. But we did just show that earlier when we did the height. So at the bottom here, that's their last sighting right there on the left. Okay? So that is basically it. There must be a camera on this house right here that filmed her right there. And she was, it looked like to me that she was going to go left across. So there it is. Did you take a left here or did you go right? It's 50-50. We don't know. We don't know. All right. Well, thanks for doing that. Very cool. So, let's see. So we got this. So if you're out there, 8675339, check this out. Watch this. So this is just some random comment. Someone posted that the father owns a place up near South Pasadena. So then I thought, oh, let me go look at his addresses again. There was a custody battle and the girl is fighting with her mom and grandma. Cops told folks to stop their search. Likely they figured out what is going on. Alison may have just ran away and is hiding. She purposely left her phone. Well, I think that was what she was told to do by somebody. I hope this is the case and not anything worse. So we all know that she intentionally went into this area. She didn't just accidentally drive 7 miles away from her aunt's house, which is like way over here. This is where the aunt's house was. She was supposed to go up here and go to the aunt's house. But she didn't do that. She drove up here. So then I looked up where the father used to live. Okay, so maybe just listen in on this part. This part's really important. I looked up where the father used to live, and he lived right here in these condos or apartment. I think they're probably condos right here. And I thought, well, maybe somebody still lives there that he knows or is friends with. Okay, because look where that is. Right where 8675309 just was. It's only less than a half mile around this turn and right there. And then we looked up the address of those condos, and the person living there has the same last name of Chow. Now, you don't think that that's a little interesting? That's got to be pretty interesting. Hey, thanks, Play-Doh, not Play-Doh. And she said, bravo for 8675309, giving us a tour. That's right. And Cindy J said thank you to Jenny. Man, she didn't say thank you to me, though, for putting all this shit together. Man, you guys are just rude. So what did you think of that right there? What I just said. Doesn't that make sense? Why else would you'd ride your bike up here, it's like she knew exactly where she was going, and came down here. Came down right here, and man, it just makes all the sense in the world. I mean, you have this massive route, seemingly meaningless. Like, where is she going? Where is she going? She must be going to somebody's house that's up here intentionally. Then she makes this southern turn, heading right in the direction of these condos her dad is associated with, and there's somebody living in the exact condo that he lived in with the same last name. Okay? So for me, that's kind of where it could be something else, but it seems like that's... I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, just knowing that information, doesn't that seem like incredibly way more likely? I know, Cindy. I got the moolah. Right. It does make sense. Yeah, it feels like she might even be right there and the bike's inside the house. Whatever that condo is there. And also, if you look, we were looking at it, I don't think there's any surveillance cameras anywhere around here that would pick up anybody out here. I mean, this is like a sealed in location. They don't care what's going on out here. There isn't going to be a camera out on the street. There's a cliff off to the side. I mean, it's just, look at this. There's no surveillance cameras on the entire right-hand side here. These people don't care about out here. They're going to care about somebody in here trying to, get in there. So, and you go all the way around the corner here, and there's likely maybe one camera or something. So, I mean, there might not be any sightings of her. These apartments may have picked her up somehow. If she's pedaling on this side of the road, on that sidewalk, and maybe a camera up here picked something up, but I doubt it. If they were, they'd be going off all day, every second of every day, because there's so many cars. They usually film down into their property. Yeah. And the dad hasn't said a word yet. And obviously they're not together, so there is probably a custody situation. And that might be something that would lead to somebody trying to do something drastic. With, being, I don't know. I'm not sure what you would get out of it. Yes, we're going to kidnap you and you're going to stay. But they might be able to say, well, we didn't kidnap her. She decided she wanted to go be with the uncle, and we just didn't follow the news. We didn't know that you... Yeah, come on. I mean, a 7-mile bike ride? It almost seems like a place she'd been before. Really strange, though. I mean, a really tiny 15-year-old girl on a bike, pedaling around during rush hour, miles and miles and miles, and the last location is a half mile from a location that her dad used to live, and there's a person in that same unit with the same last name as the dad. I think that's interesting. It might be, but maybe the mom just didn't like the way the daughter was because she was like, I don't want to be here, I don't want to be here. Oh, my kid must be having mental issues. We don't really know. Yeah, maybe the dad didn't think she had mental issues. I mean, she gets good grades and... What do you mean? I don't know. I hope she's there. So that doesn't make sense to you logically, Cindy? Like you're just already going, I don't know. Why not say, wow, that sounds likely, but we still don't know really. Yeah, I was thinking maybe it was the uncle of her there. Yaya Mooney, 19 months. Yeah. What does that mean? Yes, at grade disagreements. I don't know what that means, Ginger. I need a better sentence than that. Makes no sense to me. Let's see. Often children of a certain age can... Oh, you mean the parents had disagreements over whether or not she was crazy? Man, you got to think about, like, when I'm reading comments, I need to have a sentence that I can relate back to whatever you're referring to. Because often you guys just type in sentences that are like, as if we're just having this conversation. It's just you and I, and we're sitting in a bar chatting over something, and it just isn't that way. Yeah, well, Cindy, sometimes you always sound... you ever notice that whenever you're really skeptical, you're always wrong in these cases? I don't know if you've noticed that. Just saying. Let's see. It does sound possibly related, but another thing is that last name may be common. Come on. Jeez. All right, another Chow right there in the same exact unit. Okay. I was just looking at all the other names. There wasn't one more Chow in the entire apartment complex, or whatever the hell it is. Ding, 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 ding. No, you're almost never correct, Cindy. That's the scary part about it. It's amazing. Horrendous. Like you're always, I don't know, Gray. Oh, okay. Like you almost like are like intentional. Like what do you call that? Willfully, or I don't know if it's the devil's advocate, whatever you want to call it, but you don't think through things. All right, so the people's names in here are nothing. Let's see if there's even one more. Gutierrez, Forrest, Lee, Lamport, Kang, and then let's see, Thompson, Elstro, Lee, like Chantal, Trust. These are just other people around there. Another Trust, and then, oh, that's a living trust. Shirley. What does that mean? Are these? This must be like a condo or something. Ojeda, Robertson, Hassel, something like Mulhacky. So this says a living trust. What does that mean? If it like the owner is a living trust, is that what the dad? He still owns it, and it's in a living trust? Or is it the person whose name it says, like, a Chow Living Trust? What do you think that means? I haven't seen any of them. Did they go through on your end, Yaya Mooney? Yeah, they haven't even shown up in the totals either, so it didn't come in. But yeah, we're not even at 50% currently, so if you guys are out there and you can help support the channel, that'd be great. The condo is in a trust. But what if it says that there's a name, like a person named Chow Living Trust. Is that his living trust? Because, okay, that's the one, right? And then the next one is, there isn't one more Chow in the entire apartment condominium. There's literally like 60 of them. So now, does that change your mind on that? And because it's in the exact unit that he was in before? Not yet what? Shell H gifted a membership to C. Nikki. Anyways, thanks 8675309 for getting us that video. We're watching. I'm watching it on my other screen. It's really far behind. But she did, though. Pinata Samurai, she did. So when you say no 15-year-old rides their GT mountain bike around her alone, it's inaccurate because she actually did. She's on camera like 20 different times. You know, you see her. She's doing that. That's okay. Yeah, there was something about the mom. You know, she kept talking about how she hasn't slept in days, and like it seemed like it was a lot about her. It was a little weird to me. I don't know what that means, or you know, maybe that's just her personality. I didn't like the way it sounded. I said that. Yes, I did. I think she's kind of been aware. Did you see that too, Cindy? It's a little bit weird, wasn't it? Let's see. A living trust means that the person that has it for his lifetime, then the beneficiary gets control once the person dies. Oh, but so what's the name that's listed on it? Is that the one that owns it originally, or is that the one that's the beneficiary of it? To suggest a case or send a link. I know, exactly. Right. When she kept saying, she said it multiple times too. God, I haven't slept in 3 days. I was thinking, who cares how many if you haven't slept in 3 days? That has absolutely nothing to do with anything. So maybe he transferred the trust over to somebody else. I don't know. Okay, so that means this other person owns it with the same last name, I guess. But I don't really have much more to offer you guys. I think that's it. I think, I mean, that's my best theory that I can come up with. Could be totally different. You know, somebody could have abducted her and, you know, whatever. Taken her somewhere. But this just makes a lot of sense. Given the fact that she purposely came up here and then headed this direction and seemed to be heading around this corner here. I think if she went this way, she'd be on a whole bunch more cameras really quick. But the reason there's no more camera footage is because she comes around here and there's no cameras and then right into here. Now, if you check some of these buildings, I wouldn't be shocked at all if one of these cameras showed her pulling into the complex there. No, it's a different name. Zozo. Starts with a J. It's not the same name. It's just same last name. That's why it's interesting. So there's any chance, you guys, tonight we can get the support up for the channel a little bit? We're still not even at 50%. That'd be pretty sweet to go into the next week on a high note. Trust avoids probate when the person dies. That's not a confused, unsure route either. Yeah, it's just a totally, I mean, there's other ways she could have got there. I mean, she could have, when she was down here, when she took this right, could have turned left on Via Mia, and pedaled up this hill, but maybe, she wanted to come up, I don't know, maybe it throws people off a little bit if she's up here, kind of a little out of the way route slightly, and then down like that. Now, I haven't done Caleb Harris, but I'm trying to see if I want to even get into it, because we've sort of just died on the in the midstream again. Can drones deploy to help find her? Well, I just explained, why would they put drones out there if she's exactly right? I don't think they need drones. If she's right there in those condominiums, why would you need drones? Why would you use satellite pictures? They've got her on all the streets, all the way up around until right there. What do you mean they don't close, Sandy? Sending super chat, don't close. I think we will have answers tomorrow. I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. I think that's going to be the... And by the way, if you watch, there'll probably be some other YouTubers tomorrow covering this, and they'll miraculously come up with the same, what do you call it, like theory, and they'll pretend that they thought of it on their own. Okay, that's how it works. So you just watch tomorrow. There's going to be probably 2 or 3 live streams, and they'll say, yeah, now look, here's where, and they'll just pretend that they came up with it, because that's how the YouTube streets are. But you guys saw it here first, okay? No, what they're going to steal is the theory. They're going to say, oh yeah, well look at the dad used to live here, and there's a person living in that same unit. Oh yeah, you guys, look at what I came up with. You know how it goes. There's a couple of YouTubers that do it every show, but they pretend. Can't think their way out of a shoebox, but boy, all their viewers think that because they take it. Hey, thank you, Raw Time Now. Do you guys want to move over to the Caleb Harris now? I don't really have any more on this. If you want, we can listen to... You guys want to watch maybe a couple of the interviews from earlier on this? We could do that really quick. Thank you, Indiana .59. Thank you.
It was really hard to comprehend it.
Thank you, Sandy Shirley. So she left Dad's to hide at another residence. Looked into living trust for our family. Yeah, I saw those. Your comments up there. I read them out loud actually. I don't know if you missed it, but. Work, and then looked into living trust for our family. Yeah, you said that you put in a living trust, and then when that person dies, it gets transferred to the somebody listed, I guess. Let's see.
I don't think your mind can understand what's happening in that moment.
In what moment?
It's been a lot of sleepless nights.
A mother's desperate plea. Search efforts for a missing 15-year-old out of Monterey Park are underway right now. Alison, and this Ring video camera captured this image of Alison.
It's just so weird. I got to tell you, it's just so weird seeing this girl in this exact position that you see right there in like every single image. It's almost weird. You know what I mean?
Heading out the next day, Tuesday at around 5:30
I mean, of course, that's what you'd look like if you're still pedaling the bike. But
p.m., we're told she took her bike from her dad's house to go to her aunt's house in San Gabriel, but she never made it there. 4 hours later, the Monterey Park Police Department started their search for Alison and her friends, her family, and the community. Any information.
I want to make sure she's home safe and see her face. If you see her face, we definitely want to get more eyes out there as much as possible. If you see her face, please call me and let me know. We just want to make sure she's home safe, and if people can take the flyers and share them with everybody that they know, if they can put it up.
what are you doing? Look at. What are you talking about?
In their local neighborhoods. We just want to make sure that there's enough people out there looking for her face.
Investigators are asking anyone along Alison's route from Monterey Park through Alhambra to San Gabriel.
Yeah. What does that mean? If anyone sees her face,
Specifically,
you got a mask on too.
Near the overpass and underpass streets of the 10 freeway to check their surveillance cameras for footage on Tuesday, July 6th.
What do you mean you got it? I took the image off the screen like way a long time ago, and everybody keeps saying, look it.
At around 5:30, seen on her blue mountain bike in a purple t-shirt, black shorts, and a black backpack.
Crazy, but it's been very chaotic. I mean, it sounds crazy, but we don't have a play-by-play for this kind of stuff, right? What do you do as a parent? You're making flyers, you're contacting the news. We were out driving around to anywhere there was open gas stations, posting up flyers. We reached out to the community. My younger sister took care of all the social media, hitting up all the influencers, please post, help me look for my niece. My older sister pulled out all of her connections at work, making announcements.
What does that mean, Cindy? You got it, chat. What does that mean?
The community just all banded together. I mean, we had one person from McDonald's who just canceled his shift. It was at 1 a.m. I was knocking on the door, please let me post this up at your facility. And he did, and then he's like, I gotta take off work, this is hitting home, this is in our community. And he drove around at 1 a.m. looking for her with me. And so I just have to really thank the community. My sister put
It was like Munchausen.
together this search organization. There must have been more than 100 people that came, and they all brought their own flyers or tape to help out. So we didn't know how many people would come, and they went to all these different cities to post, and it's just been amazing. When they say that things are really bad, to look for the helpers, and the community has really come together to help me look for my little girl.
Yeah, so some guy at McDonald's, you just got in your car and went riding around with them? Huh. Weird. Yeah. No, I didn't get your email about planting a tree. Didn't see it. And thanks, Ginger. No, I didn't see the email about that. Alright. Started out at her dad's house. And thank you, though, Ginger. Has happened to me in the past, and maybe refresh. Alright, anyways, I'm going to switch topics now. I don't really, we got if you just got here late, I'll just do one last recap here for tonight. hopefully tomorrow we get some updates. But, you know, she's seen on surveillance camera on her bike leaving this house right here, then drives all the way up this road here on, I think it's like called Yanez, and then goes like this underneath the highway there, and then comes back around to here. Then on 6th Street, she keeps pedaling up this direction. Then crosses a highway here, I guess Mission Road, Mission Avenue, whatever. And then drives up here and then takes a left on Main Street on the bike, keeps pedaling, and she's seen on various cameras driving around all the way up here, and then right here stays over in this. So this area here I could fix. It's not really like how I have it. It's kind of like this, and this should be over here the whole time. And then, you know, comes up here and then takes a left. Okay, Notorious Nas. What does that have to do with what we're talking about? Anyways, turn left here and then went this direction. Yeah, she was on the bike at the dad's house. Yeah, I know. And then came down like this and then took a right on Collis. And then went up here, seen on multiple cameras up here. I mean, one thing that was sort of interesting is there was a sex offender right here that is a sex offender for regarding children. I mean, that's just something I was looking up earlier, but it doesn't, I don't think it has anything to do with anything. And then up here, took a left on Hill, and then right here, made it to Via Marisol, and that was the last sighting. And then there was a message that somebody put that said the dad has property or something to that nature in South Pasadena. So we looked them up again and found an address, and I just put the address in, having no idea where it was, and it put it right here in this condominium. And that's just right down the road from where she was last seen, literally less than a half mile right here. So then, out of interest, we took the address of the condo and put it into and searched who lives there now, and there's a person living there with the same last name. So maybe that's his dad, or like the grandfather, and he's going to, the son, the father, Jeffrey, is the beneficiary, perhaps. But maybe that's where the grandfather lives. I guess we don't know. But let's say the grandfather lives right here, and it just seems really likely that that's where she was heading after that huge, massive bike ride. And the last sighting's right there. There's this property with a person living in there with the same last name that he once lived at. So that's why I think that is likely related. However, you just never know. It could just be one of those crazy coincidences. Right? There you go. And so that's when you say, hey, did they get a drone out there? The drone's irrelevant at this point, because I think they even said to stop searching today. How old what? Huh, let me look at this guy here. Ah, ha ha ha! You! Hold on a second. I just found it. It's, I think it's it might even be his grandfather. Yep, boom. I just found it, you guys. This person's 93 years old. It is his relative, and it has the exact address. Okay? So I'm just telling you that it's a 93-year-old person, has the exact address, and that he lived at, and it turns out that he's a relative of Jeffrey on Ben Verified. So now we've just confirmed that it's absolutely a relative, and likely, if he's 40, it's likely this is a grandfather of him, the great-grandfather of Alison. Wouldn't you think? There you go. That's pretty amazing. So he's going to be the beneficiary, likely, of this, I would think. Right? Yeah, that's crazy, though. Yeah, 93-year-old. So if you're out there, Plato, and you want to look that one up, that's the one. Yeah, so 93-year-old has the same address, same unit, and everything. Unit 713. And he's listed as one of Jeffrey's relatives. Can I get a boom? Hey, thanks, Raw Time.
House in San Bernardino.
I don't know, it's miles and miles. Raw Time now. Miles and miles. I'm glad I went down that last route there. I went back to Ben Verified for the dad, and then I scrolled all the way down, and near the bottom, it mentioned the name. 93-year-old living in the same house. So, I don't know, you guys. Is it related? I would think so. But, as we've seen in other cases, sometimes something that seems so obvious isn't. So keep an open mind that there might be something else, I guess. But this is where I'm going to go. This is where I think it is. So it's J. The person's name starts with a J, and the last name is Chow. They're 93. They live in the same unit that Jeffrey Chow lived in 2005, when he would have been 20 years old. Right? Right. Probably still growing up, lived there. So is this his grandfather that he was living with? Because he would have been 73 at the time when he was 20. Feels pretty good. All right. What are you guys feeling? It's feeling pretty good right now. Like, let's feel, now we've even verified that the person living there is a relative. Even though it seemed obvious, it's been verified. But I think it's the mom's sister, the aunt. The aunt lives way over here. Somewhere right in this area. That's where it was supposed to be. So, and I can measure just as a crow flies. That's going to be, I'm going to guess like 8 miles or something. Well, it's 4.43 miles. I would say, it'd be like 7 miles driving or something, just given the streets. It has been verified, unbeen verified. Huh? But oh, jeez, Nikki. Jesus. All right. Power play? What does that mean, Gigi? God, this isn't. It's just because she was running away to other relatives' house. If she knew the way to her aunt's, why did she go? We've gone over this whole thing. It's almost like you got to stop the show and start over again every 10 minutes because new people show up. What you should do is just rewind and watch from the beginning, and you'll see the evolution of what we came up with here. That's why this channel is called Grant Hughes Investigates. because we actually try to figure out. I mean, it's hard. If you don't live there, it's hard to do it, but you have to take a lot of stuff that other people are saying and put it together, and then it tells a story. And you got to determine which ones make sense and what doesn't. Yeah, you watch tomorrow. You know, there's a channel that has named after a bear. You know, a type of a bear, and they'll use my stuff, and you'll never see credit given for it. Never happens. They'll pretend that they came up with it. Oh, I got an email that said, yeah, give me a break. Let's see. You put my mind at ease. Thank you. Well, I think it's good news too, right? So this one says by Johnny D. Wicked, do you think Search Party be pissed or relieved about the updated situation? I think they'd be relieved. Because I think what they did was amazing. You know, they went around, they got all these images of her, and I think they'd be relieved because, you know, they want her to be alive somewhere. But they are actually part of figuring out what really happened. You know, without the search party, I would say without the search party, finding her location, driving around on the bike, and placing her right there, they might not. I mean, it's still, we don't know for certain if it's connected, but I think it is. I think if you look at the image of her on the bike, here, I'll show you the last one. It's right here. I think definitely took a left here. They kind of started going that way, but watch this. Look at this image here. That bike is heading to the left. You see, like if that was going to go to the right, you'd almost see a complete side profile of that shot, because she'd be coming down here like this. See? So let me put a street view there really quick. Yeah, that was a good catch. So right here, she would be kind of arcing this way on that camera, and you'd see the side of the bike. Instead, it's got a little bit of an angle like that.
About the updated situation, especially abrupt pause.
I know which way she went, Zozo. I know which way she went. So anyways, she turned left right there and went up the hill. All right. Yeah, the condos are right over here. I think law enforcement knows where she is. I think that's why they would stop, having people stop searching, don't you think? Let's see. Are you saying on... I'll just read what it says on this. A Monterey Park detective came to my door yesterday. He believed Alison Chow had ridden down my street on their bike Tuesday. Which one is this? Oh, that's before this though. This is 623 right here, Zozo. So this is the last known sighting. Let's see. She turned left up the hill on Via Marisol. Okay, there, boom. See, I know the direction just because it's the way she was heading. But apparently, this person says, my neighbor Mario turned up the most recent footage of her so far. She turned left up the hill of Via Marisol. That means she came down like this, right down this hill here, and then turn left, just like it looks like she's going. And they have video of it, right? So this person verifies what we already knew, though, right? So now we have this. Okay, so now somebody knows, because they've seen the video, that she's here and then literally takes a left and is going down this road here. There's only one place. The first place you pass is right there where her grandfather likely lives. Her great-grandfather, right there. Don't you think now, like, knowing that her bike definitely came by, like, right here? Because where else would it go? I mean, sure, you've got this building here, but come on. Right there. So I guess it says left up the hill Via Marisol at 623. She could have cropped she could have dropped down to Monterey Road by Deb's Park. See, these are people that don't realize that this exists right here. Or if she turned left on Via Mia, would have gone back down to Collis. Is that over here? Yeah, Via Mia, right. No, she didn't go to there. She went right here. That's why she's probably not going to be seen on any other cameras, in my opinion. I think it all makes sense, so thanks for sending that one. But yeah, it just verifies that which way. Here, let me crop this just to have it in the folder. But you can see right here she's turning left. And I'm sure the camera it's a video, right? So they know that she turned left. That's why even on their little map they kind of have her going that way. All right. See? Right here. They seem to know that she went that way. And apparently, that's interesting. Let's see. Do they make it down? How far did they go down here? Right there, and they're around the curve. And for some reason, they didn't go in here on their search. Look at that. The one place right here, they didn't go into those condominiums. They went around on these other roads over here. Let's see. Yeah, they did this. They went up here and around. Yeah, but they didn't go into here. That's where they need to go. Well, they probably already know they didn't need to go in there. I do. Yeah, they probably know what's up. Yeah. Detective, if anyone is. I don't see where it says that. Thank you, Pinata Samurai. Boom. That's right. And if anybody else wants to help boom the channel, that would be great. Let's see. Oh, in the comments. Oh well. I drove around the route last night and noticed a lot of cars. Yeah, so they've called off the search right now, so I think everybody kind of knows what's going on. And I think we're on the absolutely right track where we were led tonight. And I didn't have that information. We just did this on the show, right? So you start putting the pieces together, kind of a tapestry of information. Hey, thank you, Leo, the Linus. And then Nurse Up said, we appreciate all the awesome work you do. Well, thank you. So kind. I mean, one downfall of watching my channels, we usually, when we figure stuff out, you lose the opportunity to keep, like, speculating for hours and hours and hours on a conspiracy theory. But yeah, you just move on to the next one, right? However, we still don't know for certain here. I just think, we've done this a lot where, what are the odds at this point that this person she took a left here, Alison did. And now, either she went to this building here, and the very next place, she could be up in one of these, but you're heading right towards where her great-grandfather lives, I think. It could be a grandfather that's really old and had a child at 50-something years old, but I don't know. Yeah, and she left knowing exactly where she was going. And I think in some ways this route was chosen.
We appreciated all the awesome work you do, Gray.
Well, thank you.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
to throw people off a little bit. You know, it was just a little, you know, like up here and then around and then down, right? Because she could have easily taken a left here and gone up and then right to there. But then it would have led directly there. Maybe they knew, hey, there's no cameras here. You come up around, you come down, and then, you know, I don't know. But it also could be that she's been there before and maybe even biked there before. It feels like. I think she's probably biked to this house before. Because how else would she absolutely know where she was going? It's almost like she's done it before. I mean, that is a massive mission. You know, kids probably feel that way. For a kid to make at 15 years old, a girl on a bike with a backpack in the middle of like basically LA, driving around, and you're never making a mistake. Perfect driving, you know, biking, going up, and boom, you get to hear, you know. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Yeah. So I think she's definitely been there before. It's not like she sat around and learned, okay, here's my route. I got it on Google Earth. You know, that's how you get lost doing that kind of stuff, because you kind of lose your sense of where you're going. I mean, this is something, you know, either they've driven it many, many times and she knew exactly the route from driving. But you would think somebody driving there might have turned left right there, gone up. Yeah, let's see if we can do this like we do the flybys. Here, let me turn off the roads, then it'll be smooth. Yeah, it's hard to do with all these trees, but yeah, just right there. Here, we'll do this one. Let's see. What if I can put it right on the house, right there, and try to do it. Alright, so here's the route. Comes around, she's biking up this hill. And around, just like that. And then boom! Right inside the apartment complex. Pretty good, pretty good. No Harris commercial. What does that mean? You got a Harris commercial? Oh my god. I thought you were talking about Caleb Harris. And by the way, how did you get a commercial? These never have commercials. Crazy. Leo the Lioness, yes. Second one tonight. So they're already commercial for her to be president commercials? Wow. Man, how disturbing would that be, huh? Jesus. That cackling laugh. Her and Hillary should go campaign together so they can get all those laughs together. Like make a... Oh, wow. So this is one of those first nights I ever got ads. They usually just block it. I guess we haven't used some of the special words yet. See, my whole thing is it doesn't matter who they put in. The policies are the same that have absolutely ravaged our country. You know, the border, that kind of stuff. That's what I would be looking at if I was somebody. It has nothing to do with a personality. It's what they believe in. All right. So you guys want to let's do Caleb Harris now. Aren't we feel pretty good about this now? I'm feeling pretty confident that we're on the right path. I kind of wish we'd looked him up earlier. That I had his addresses. I just didn't really dawn on me to look in that other area. I thought I usually go with the current address. So it just so happens he used to live here when he was a kid, basically, 20 years old, with his grandfather. And the grandfather still lives there. And then it would have made a lot of, even when it was right here, especially here. Imagine if we had that pin and this is where we were on one of the updates. And you just kind of go, wow. And then later on we keep following, and then it kind of went up around this corner, and then it came to here, and then we go, oh, there we go. But anyways, I think we got that one. As long as she's what do you mean as long as she's unharmed? What do you mean? I don't get it. Of course. Well, thanks. Jenny gave us the whole drive out there to get us a, sort of a visualization of the entire route. All right, Caleb Harris. I actually thought I've never had a feeling that she wasn't alive. She might not be. I mean, we don't know the story yet. I'm just saying. I never had that feeling because I think she intentionally drove to where she was going. And because of that, you think, okay, then there's a likelihood she's alive. And she also doesn't seem like somebody who would meet some rando person and go meet up with them. That never really made sense to me. All right, so here's this latest. It came out yesterday on Caleb Harris. Yeah, I thought maybe she ran away, but she had an intention to go somewhere. It wasn't random. Anyways, no one noticed that CCPD Assistant Chief provides details on, no one noticed that. Anyways, wooden crosses were passed around Saturday evening in Cole Park for community members to sign their names and write their condolences to later send to Caleb Harris' family in memory of the loss of their son. Nearly 40 people were in attendance for candlelight vigil for Harris, the 21-year-old Texas A&M University Corpus Christi student who went missing in March. Human remains were later found in late June and were identified as Harris July 17th. The vigil started off with a prayer, and then several community members shared their thoughts and condolences for Harris. Sarah left and Tammy opened. Okay, Tammy Willett led the speakings off with a letter to Harris's family. Our hearts are heavy with the sorrowful news of Caleb's passing, Willett said to the crowd. We observe Bereaved Parents Awareness Month, which is July. We're reminded of the profound pain faced by those who lost a child. This month serves to bring awareness and support to parents. This loss touches us all. Questions left unanswered. Plenty of questions still surround the case of Harris, even after Corpus Christi police informed the community the human remains found inside a wastewater collection well are his. I like how they say likely his. It's so stupid. One in something, what is it, sextillion, and they go, yeah, it's likely. No, it is his, okay? Unless you had like 40 trillion planet Earths that had the same DNA structure. Last month, city workers discovered the 21-year-old body in the Perry Place wastewater lift station off of 5300 block of Lexington Road, about a block from his off-campus apartment where he was last seen. So this is the lift station is right here. And what this is it's an area where it kind of raises, it kind of pumps in, I guess it's sort of it raises the level using pumps of wastewater, and then it's sent downhill to eventually make it to the treatment plant. And the treatment plant for this is actually, it's over here. And we actually checked out the pipes, and the downhill pipes lead you right to here. Okay, and there's a 15-inch pipe from this area, but it's kind of interesting because it's this story. It actually kind of explains stuff. But currently we are at 60-something%. So if you're out there and you're able to help support the Grant Hughes Investigates YouTube channel, I'd be very appreciative. Keep us going through the month. We're currently got 10 more days left of the month. Plenty of questions still surround the case of Harris, even after Corpus Christi police informed the community of the human remains. Right, so then it was found in the lift station, about a block from his off-campus apartment. The remains, in an advanced state of decomposition, were sent to the University of North Texas Center for Human Identification, where forensic analysts confirmed they belonged to Harris through DNA analysis, according to a release sent out by the Corpus Christi Police Department Wednesday. Local officials are now awaiting results from the Nueces County Medical Examiner final autopsy report, which will rule the cause and manner of death to inform how the investigation will move forward. The lift station is located close to where Harris was last seen by his roommates the night he disappeared. So the thing is that there is an image of right here at like 3:03. That's the time it says. Right next to this water area here, but there's no way to get into the waste pipes by following in here, so it has nothing to do with it. And if we remember, he made a community post to try to meet up with somebody for sexual activities on Reddit. Huh? What are you talking about? We just went over the entire story again, John. So you must not be paying attention. It's really pretty wild. We went through the whole thing, and you seem like you're frustrated. I mean, I literally went through the entire case from start to finish again for people just like you. We're on to a different one now. Jesus. Local officials are now awaiting results from the Nueces County Medical Examiner. The lift station is located close to where Harris was last seen by his roommates the night he disappeared. But because the investigative search began with local law enforcement searching ditches, fields, and brush area in the immediate areas of Harris' apartment, many are wondering how Harris wound up where he did. Okay, where are you? And then it says, CCPD Assistant Chief Todd Green said the case is the most unusual one that he has been involved in during his 34 years with the department. So he had remember, he did I think it was around, what was it, 2:15, or let me go get the Caleb Harris. Gotta go find him. Yeah. So it was 2:15 a.m. He did a Reddit post saying Oso Bay hiking trail. And, then 2:20, the roommates go to sleep. 2:44, he's outside walking this new dog that they got. 2:45, he ordered Uber Eats, likely while still walking the dog outside. Then 2:58, his phone apparently turns off or dies. I just think it lost contact with the towers. And then at 3:03, he takes that Snapchat image out by that waterway. Then 312 is phone pings on William Drive, which is actually kind of getting closer to that waste lift pump or pump station. And then 320, the Uber Eats and all that crap have nothing to do with anything. So it says, so we know, we have all that information. So he's right there at 303. Then Williams Drive is over here, and here's the pump station. Is anybody there? I mean, you guys are like one comment in the last 5 minutes. I mean, I can do this tomorrow if you guys want. I could have a whole different show. All right, anyways, we got this. On Friday, he explained how the police investigation involved a 2 to 3 day search of city stormwater and wastewater drains. So immediately right off the bat, they were looking at the wastewater, drains, etc., directly outside the cottages at Corpus Christi Apartments. Crews began by lifting all the manhole covers on the storm drains lining the sidewalks along the road in the initial days after the disappearance. So yeah, they actually came down here and were lifting these off, like that one, this one over here, that one. They went along and lifted all of these. Boom, boom. All of these they lifted up. I mean, look at all these. Tons of them. They checked. And then it says, we opened all the manhole covers on the storm drains from South Padre Island Drive all the way back to Holly Road. There's always an opening for the drains, so potentially someone could get in there. He pointed out that sewage manhole covers are found in the middle of the streets in the area, but police did not check those due to their location and the difficulty involved in opening them. So they thought, okay, it's too hard. At the time, people were unaware that a manhole cover was located in one of the adjacent fields across Harris's apartment complex that was part of the drainage system. So that's drainage system, huh? So how did that get into the sewage then? It was situated about 110 feet from the sidewalk. To our knowledge, no one noticed that, found it, or reported it during the initial search, Green said. We don't know if it was open at that time or not. Green said on April 17th, a woman was walking her dog through that field and noticed a manhole was open and the cover was missing. She posted the finding on Facebook and then notified CCPD. And that manhole cover was right there. CCP detectives went to the field the next day and located the open manhole, which was partially filled with water, Green said. Though they saw nothing suspicious, they contacted the Corpus Christi wastewater department and went over to the Perry Place lift station to talk to wastewater personnel. What are all the hearts for in there? I don't get it. What happened? What's going on? Anyways, though they saw nothing suspicious, they contacted Corpus Christi wastewater department and went over to the Perry Place lift station to talk to wastewater personnel. They manually activated the pump to lower the water to a level that would allow the police to see down to the bottom. Green said they did not notice anything. So they actually went and looked inside that pump house. Anything, or have a way to enter the sewer. Oh, okay, I guess they say they manually activated the pump to lower the water to a level that would allow the police to see down the bottom. Oh, I see. They used the pump to lower the level just so they could see down that one manhole. Green said they did not notice anything or have a way to enter the sewer. Which it says, with the water level in the lift station collection having been pumped to a low enough level to inspect it, the crew began to search for a body or missing items. The lift station is designed to convey wastewater to treatment facilities through a system of pipes and pump stations, as the name implies. It operates by pumping or lifting wastewater to a higher point from low areas of land from pipes that lie deeply underground, allowing the water to flow by gravity to be pumped under pressure to a treatment plant. But that was like a long time ago. Plato. Man, it's been, we're still only at 60% tonight. So these manholes are from the 50s and are made out of brick, and brick is porous, Green said. When you get a lot of rain, rain will soak through the soil and the brick, and a lot of water will start entering into the sewage system. The pipes that comprise the sewage system range in size from smaller pipes to larger pipes, about 12 or 15 inches in diameter. Green said manholes that are about 24 inches in diameter drop down about 18 feet to a concrete pit. The pit provides an access point to the well for the wastewater department and is covered by a steel grate secured with a padlock. Workers inside the building were checking on the pumps when they first discovered clothing that alarmed them. An alarm will sound as something jams. One of our callers said that. Remember that? An alarm will sound if someone jams the pump, Green said, which happened the day the remains were found. Green said when the Corpus Christi Fire Department went outside to open the pit, a portion of Harris's body was visibly clear through the gate, including his head. The next day, members of the wastewater department returned to the lift station with a large tanker truck to pump the rest of the contents of the well into the truck and transport them to another facility, finding clothing and bones. A week after finding Harris's body, police returned to the lift station to run a camera up the length of the pipe leading from the pump station to the manhole in the field. Wow, so they were able to get all the way there to see if they could find any other items, such as Harris's phone, which has been missing since the day he disappeared. We can't say with certainty how the body got in the system, Green said. We don't know for a fact. We don't have any definite proof one way or another. Throughout the investigation, police have stated that they have never found a single piece of evidence that suggests foul play. After a thorough preliminary search of the area by detective patrol officers, they interviewed Harris' roommates who agreed to a polygraph test. After we searched the area as thoroughly as we did, the thought was that maybe he reached out to somebody for a ride. Okay, well, you know about his... And law enforcement knows for certain that Reddit is a real thing. He really did suggest that. We didn't find anything like that on his phone, although the vehicle that came into the area during the time period, so there's a couple vehicles and they had nothing to do with it. So anyways, that's about it. That is the update. All right, well, thank you all for being here tonight. Appreciate it. Thank you to Amber Maiden, WNC Granny. WNC Granny gifted a membership. Then we had Circa Then, Katja T, Mark S, Jessica, Michelle H, 12 months, Cheryl gifted a membership. NP, WB, Michelle H, Lori B, Johnny Wicked, Bilbo, Jen P, Plato, Cindy J, something like Yaya Mooney, 19 months, Michelle H, gifted a membership, then Raw Time Now, Indiana 59, Sandy Shirley, Raw Time Now, Ginger Keys, Johnny D. Wicked, Pinata Samurai, Leo the Linus, and Nurse Up, which was like an hour ago. And then we've got, man, this should have been one of those nights where you're like, wow, boom, we nailed it. And then we got on PayPal, Ginger, and also Monica. Thank you. Then we had on it's Michelle on Cash App. Then there was a Venmo by Allison. Thank you. And there you go. Anyways, thank you guys very much for being here. I hope you got something out of it. Appreciate it. And that's it. All right. So I'll try to see if I can get up and do that hearing with the Secret Service lady tomorrow. All right. Thank you very much for being here. See you tomorrow, and be safe out there. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector, plug rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Gregel's gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, y'all, just remember I've a temple fucking checked ya. I have no agenda, I'm no pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. Alright, everybody?